What is up, guys? So in today's video, we're going to be looking at some Karens freaking out. I don't know what it is about the pandemic, but normally with everything, like socially and whatnot, it's all gone down. But Karens have been popping. I mean, this year has been the most Karen-filled year. Not this year, this year's 2021. 2020 was the most Karen-filled year I've seen in my life. And that's saying something, because I go to a public school where people's moms think it's a private school and think the teachers get paid enough to handle their every need, okay? So, like, that's what we're going to be looking at today. I mean, I made a video about a Karen versus the bus. That got a lot of views. I mean, like, not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but a lot of views. Without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, and I almost forgot, if there's any screaming in the background, that's my family existing. As always, you know how it is. Let's get into it. Just to give some context on what's happening, basically this Karen, for whatever reason, got pissed off at this black guy, asked him to leave his property, you know, kind of piss off because she wasn't wearing a mask and whatnot. She gets offended, and they actually end up going on Dr. Phil, which is just such an escalating amount of events, you know? It's going to be an interesting one, but that's just the back.
I'm asking you if this is your property.
Why are you asking?
Because it's private property.
Well, then call the cops. I'll be right here.
You think it's wrong that he posted this?
Absolutely. You're being racist towards people of my color, and I was born in Beirut, Lebanon.
No one cares, Karen. I get you came from a place that's not the US, but literally no one was asking. Absolutely no one cares. Now I know why they call you guys Karens, because you care about every little thing in life.
I came when I was 12 years old. Yes, I have light skin color, but to say that I have white privilege and to label me as Karen is outrageous. It is so racist.
See, man, you can tell how much white privilege this Karen has because she's literally denying that she has any at all. It's like, bro, you're white. The color of your skin, because the man later goes on to say that through years of systemic racism, it doesn't matter if your roots are deeply, like, dived into America. If you're white, you're going to have some white privilege. That's why they call it white privilege, not American privilege. White privilege, Karen. No one, literally no police officer or anyone walking down the street will see that you're from Lebanon. Be like, oh, she's not white. Can't give her white privilege. They're going to see your skin color and go, oh, she's white. And you're going to get white privilege because of that. This woman just doesn't make sense. And the worst part is she's on Dr. Phil about it.
By the police for speeding?
Of course,
has your
not
first
speeding,
thought
but
ever been, this is how I'm gonna die?
no.
So she clearly has white privilege.
Because that's your white privilege speaking.
But that's what you believe.
That's your white privilege.
But then you're enforcing your views on others.
You just answered my question.
Why do you feel like you're going to get shot at? Why?
Because it happens every day to people of color.
Because
that's why Black Lives Matter. That's why we're not talking about All Lives Matter or White Lives Matter, because there's not a problem with white people being shot in their bedrooms while they're running, while they're breathing,
you don't think there's
while they're
white people
existing.
that have been shot? They don't talk about it on the news media.
So let me get this right. This Karen goes from, you're being racist towards white people, to literally saying that all media is corrupt. And, bro, that's a big jump. And this woman takes a lot of big jumps in this episode, but, like, taking from, oh, you're being racist because you say I have white privilege, and saying that like it's a fact, because it is, Karen, to the news media, oh, it's all corrupted, guys, oh my gosh, oh, we're all gonna die, I can't believe it, man, the news has been lying to us, oh my god. I mean, and to be fair, there is something to say that news and whatnot, the media, it is censored to some extent, and it is slightly altered. Like Fox and CNN, they both lean to their party side, you know, like Fox is very right-wing, CNN's very left-wing, I hope I said that right, but, like, it's going to be something, yes, but that was a big jump from calling a guy racist, who you're being racist towards to some extent, to all of the news is corrupt. Like, she just went from something that can be disproven to conspiracy theory mode.
Do you agree that Black Lives Matter?
I believe Black Lives Matter just like all lives matter. I matter. Armenian lives matter. Lebanese lives matter. Chinese lives matter. All lives matter.
So Karen's saying that all lives matter, yet she only stated countries that she's closely affiliated with. That's a question there. Karen, really? And the way she said, all lives matter, bro. Stop. No one cares. Because you're not getting shot. Are you? You're not going to get pulled over and have the fear of the cops going to pull a gun on you, are you? No, you don't have that fear, Karen, because you have white privilege. Get over it.
But you understand, though, that all lives aren't being executed on the street. That it's black lives in America because of 400 years of systematic oppression that's the problem that we're trying to solve and that we're focusing on.
Way since then.
Hey Karen, this is like going to be a really insane idea to you, but if we've gone a long way since then why the hell is it still an issue? Don't have brain cell.
You're distracting.
I think Black Lives Matter is an important movement, and I think it helps raise awareness of the many issues that are facing the black community. This movement requires me and my viewers to challenge ourselves to really think and to act in a more purposeful way how we can address the racism that we witness in our lives. And it's past time that we as a society act to help address these issues. And my hope is that we can all work together to do better through peaceful protest and by educating ourselves about and then supporting important legislation, because I think that's where the rubber meets the road, and making smart, informed, personal choices about our neighbors.
Absolutely.
So, that's what it means to me, and Robin and I have talked about it a lot because it's been brought into very, very sharp focus.
Round of applause to Dr. Phil, man. Everyone give him a round of applause right now. He just ended that Karen's whole career, man. Oh, she is deleting Facebook after that. Ooh, that's the best delivery on that I've heard, because it doesn't put anyone down. It doesn't say one thing's more important than another. It's just saying general bad. That man, Dr. Phil knows what to say sometimes, man. Like, he just does.
Look at this. You get this? Yes. You get this? I'm asking him to take his hand off of me. He has no right to kidnap me. This is kidnapping.
Okay, so first of all, I find it funny how she's like, get your hand off me, blah, 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 this is illegal. And then the cop's like, yeah, waving his hand, grabbing her wrist. Yeah, look at me, I'm grabbing your wrist, nothing you can do about it, it's within the law, because I'm detaining you. It's kind of doing a dance. And then I love how she goes from get your hand off me to, he's kidnapping me. Like, okay, Karen, arguably, in any other circumstance, it might actually be a kidnapping. But the guy is clearly a police officer. Like, you're being detained.
You are. Let go of me.
No.
Let go of me.
I'm happy to step out.
This is because the police department are ignorant of their constitutional rights.
Karen, man, it's late. I think you're the one who's ignorant of your constitutional rights, man. You're being arrested. It would be so much easier if this woman just cooperated.
This is why this man has his hand on me, and he's on my personhood, and I have the right to protect my personhood.
Guys, look, I've never heard the word personhood in my life. I know it's a word, but, like, I've never actually heard someone use it, and I'm pretty sure it's a really old-timey one. So, based on this background knowledge, I'm pretty sure this Karen is right. The officer doesn't know his constitutional rights. You know how she knows them? Because she was there when they were writing the Constitution.
No, sir. Take your hand off of me. Take your hand off. Don't steal my purse. Now he's stealing my purse.
She out of here?
I have done nothing wrong.
Stand up. Stand up.
Take a picture of these guys. Get their names. Get their names.
Can I have your badge ID, please?
Who is even recording this? They're literally arresting your mom or whatever, and you're like, can I please have your badge ID, as she's resisting, and they're actually having to force her out of the restaurant. Like, bro, really, you're asking them for their badges now? Like, I'm sure they'll give you them after she's in the back of the cop car. Like, some people are so ignorant. She's the one who's ignorant.
Can I have your badge ID?
You getting all this? You see this? This is illegal.
Two things. A, Karen person who's filming it, you don't see their badge ID because they're busy detaining this woman. And second of all, it's not illegal to be arrested, Karen. Oh my god. You're the one who claims to know what the Constitution is? The Constitution literally says police can arrest you to some extent. Like, bro, these people are so stupid. Shame on you. Shame on you. You're arresting me. Shame on you. Man, imagine if you're getting arrested for dealing drugs and you're like, shame on you, when you're the one in the wrong and they're just doing their job. Oh my god.
Shame on you. Let go of me. Shame on you. Let go of my purse. Are you filming this, sweetheart?
Yes, I am.
Are you filming this, sweetheart? Stop it! You cannot arrest me. I've done nothing illegal.
It's clearly illegal to resist arrest, and apparently in this state it's illegal to not wear a mask. You've done something illegal.
I have done nothing illegal.
What you being arrested for?
Stop it. Stop it.
Karen, three things. One, getting arrested doesn't actually hurt. I wouldn't know, but I've ran into my fair share of cars. You know, it doesn't hurt all that bad, right? They're actually not allowed to put the handcuffs on you too tight for, like, people reasons and whatnot. Second of all, why are you screaming like that? You sound like a monkey that just blew something up and is super excited, you know? You sound like Junkrat if Junkrat was a monkey. Like, oh my god, shut up, you screaming banshee. And third of all, you're the one resisting arrest. You're the one who's going to get this added to your court case, lady. I wonder why it hurts. Almost like I'm resisting arrest. And the cops might have to use a bit more force if I'm actively trying to Sly Cooper my way out of there.
Put your arms back. Stop resisting.
Let go. I am not under arrest.
Karen, you are under arrest. I'm very sorry to tell you that. If you're getting shoved in the back of a cop car, at least you're being detained. Second of all, that's going to do it for this Karen. She is literally insane. Let's move on to the next.
3 words Mira Ackland wanted to help spread. She doesn't have a loud voice.
Come on.
And she's 9, so no social media just yet. But she has chalk.
I wrote Black Lives Matter.
In big, bright letters in front of her home.
Black and white people, they should be treated the samely, and I wanted to show my support how much I really care about black people.
Okay, so a couple things. First off, no, this 9-year-old is not the Karen. Second, no, this 9-year-old's mom is not the Karen. Third of all, this 9-year-old is literally more intelligent and has more brain cells than half the adult U.S. population. Like, round of applause to this girl. Like, seriously, man, you actually know, like, how to spread a message and whatnot. I don't care what you do with the rest of your life, you're going to heaven. You get 1,000,000 bonus points. You're getting in there, man. You're, like, the best person in the world for doing this.
Neighbors came out to help us, and we've had mostly all support.
Pause. This mom said mostly. It's about to get bad.
Until she says a neighbor called police.
The officer pulled up and put his window down and said, "It's chalk."
And my whole body was like shaking.
But they didn't stop her.
They said that I should do it more often, and like if it goes away, then I should just do it more and more.
Man, someone really called the cops on a 9-year-old for vandalism when they're literally drawing on a sidewalk with chalk? Excuse me? What kind of demented hell demon are you? Who does that? But I love the cops' reaction. They're like, it's chalk. Why'd you call it? We could have been stopping 15 burglaries. But you called us because a 9-year-old was driving on your sidewalk with chalk, woman. Oh my god. At least they told her to keep drawing it. Like, those are the good cops, you know? Like, on the media and whatnot, you hear about all these bad cops. Those are the amazing cops that should get a raise, you know?
And I said, you know, honey, as uncomfortable as you feel, people of color feel this fear every day, multiplied times 1,000,000. She couldn't understand why people would hate someone just because of their skin color. You know, why would someone...
As we were talking, neighbors became angry.
You don't have to call for backup.
No, honey, that was your mom.
Honey.
Your mom called the police yesterday.
94 years old.
And called the police on a 9-year-old.
Shut the up.
Oh.
Shut your mouth.
The mom has a point. The other mother might have been 94, but she did call the cops on a 9-year-old writing with chalk. And like, what? Bro, why are you F-bombing this woman? She literally just told you to piss off because her kid's scared now because you called the cops on her. And, like, the nerve they had to try and defend themselves in this interview, it's like, you know, if you actually made a good point, they'll just edit it out, right? Like, because, like, this is, like, you know how, like, the news, they have, like, mostly, they have, like, 3 or 4 really bad, depressing stories, but then one really uplifting one for 5 minutes. This is that one really uplifting one for 5 minutes that warms your heart and doesn't make you lose all hope in humanity at the end of it. Bro, you called the cops on a 9-year-old. I don't care how old you are, man.
Despite the discouragement, Mira's mission to spread this message worked.
It was alarming that we've reached a point in life to where we have to call the police on a 3rd grader who just simply wants to voice her opinion and voice her feelings on how she feels.
Exactly, dude. Finally, like, a good human being for once, besides the 9-year-old and her mom. Those were amazing people. And those cops that took away that other Karen. But, like, bro, this man has the right idea, you know? It's just, That's gonna do it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, comment Crazy Karen and like it and subscribe and share it. If this video does well, I'll do a second one. I had a lot of fun making it. Yeah, that's going to do it for the video. See you in the next one. Peace.